Hello everyone, greetings from the Costa del Sol. This is Santiago Llera, and in this video we are going to talk about why to buy here. Why are the people investing or relocating to the Costa del Sol? We are going to talk about as well a few trends we have in the market. We are going to more or less navigate through the whole coast to explain the locations, to understand it. If this is the first time you are thinking or maybe potentially investing or relocating to the Costa del Sol, this is definitely a video that you should watch. After this video, you will understand everything about the south of Spain and why the people are buying properties in this part of the world, and we will see it straight away. Let's get into this. Why the people are buying in the Costa del Sol? First of all, because of the location. Since 2020, everybody is crazy about having a good weather, and because a lot of people can work online, so they would choose a place with the pleasant weather. In the Costa del Sol, we have the best weather of Europe. We are very proud of that because we are very in the south, first of all, and second, because of these mountains around here, right? The whole coast is covered by all these mountains, and that gives us a good sun statistics. 330 days of sun per year. There is no other location in whole Europe who has a better weather than the Costa del Sol. As well, at the same time, these mountains gives a lot of properties with sea views. All this place is very close to the coast. There's no property or no location in the Costa del Sol which is longer than 15 minutes drive to the beach. So that gives us a good lifestyle in general. We all have this beach vibe, and the highways A7 and AP7 goes all over the coast, and the driving is also very pleasant because you drive by the sea, you have these nice sea views, and in general there's not much traffic. The whole population of the Malaga province is 1.6 million, but it's very well distributed between all these little cities along the coast. Malaga City, which is the one with the bigger population, around 600,000. Then we have Fuengirola City, which is only 25 kilometers to Malaga, and that's about 80,000 people. Then another 25 kilometers more, we have Marbella municipality, Marbella City, and there are other urbanizations, but the city itself has about around 120,000 together between Marbella and Nueva Andalucía. I have a specific video about Marbella area to understand it better. Marbella is the most popular, the most well-known, but we have Marbella East, which areas with a lot of beach and golf courses, then the city itself, and then is Nueva Andalucía, which is probably what the people know more about Marbella. It's a more luxurious, the more fancy place, and it have this marina called Puerto Banús, which is more or less like the Monaco of Spain, luxury yacht, luxury shopping, and this is one of the most demanded neighborhoods to live in the whole country. I know that for some people could be really attractive to have very luxurious properties. This is the neighborhoods where you can find the Porsches, the Ferraris, they're all here. All the luxury shops, and in general, the best golf courses we have on the coast are here in the Marbella area. Not necessarily you need to have a luxury lifestyle. I personally don't live in Marbella. I live in the Mijas area, in the surroundings of the Fuengirola city. And some of my colleagues also live in the Estepona area. Because it's true that it's only 20 minutes drive to each other. I go to Marbella for dinners or for shopping, but not necessarily you need to live there. If you like big homes and big square meters, luxury real estate, and you don't want to go over the millions with all the costs involved, probably the Marbella area is not for you. You can go more into the Mijas or the Estepona side, because at the end of the day, the Estepona is pretty decent as well. It's a coastal city which around 80,000 people as well. It's a similar municipality. In general, the Costa del Sol, that's how it works. Every 25 kilometers, there is another city. And nowadays, it's developing the new location, which is booming the most, is Manilva. If you will see here, it's not that developed like Estepona or the Marbella area. Still a bit rough, some agricultural land, but I see more and more the developers buying and investing in this location and building very interesting real estate. They're renovating the golf course. I also have another video about the Manilva location and why it is so attractive right now. But you can buy resale properties from 200,000, which are walking distance to the beach, and you have this beautiful marina, which is not that fancy like the marina of Portovanos, but still it's a pretty decent place with restaurants, with shops. I like a lot. I enjoy the marina of Duquesa, and it's without being crazy expensive, that you don't need to show off like a Marbella people, but still beautiful place, still a decent place at a decent price. So that's more or less a brief summary about the whole coast. We also have nowadays the eastern side of the Malaga is developing as well as the Manilva area. It's a natural growth because it's true that the Mijas and the Estepona area is reaching the prices like used to be Marbella before 2020. We are in a price per square meter for new build around 4,000 euros per square meter. So that's the natural growth of the coast. But that being said, why the people buy in the Costa del Sol? What's the reason to come here? But beside all that I said about the weather, about the interesting prices, I could say that beyond all that you can see online, the day-by-day situation is that I see a lot what the people buy actually is this lifestyle we have in Spain, right? Like you can walk by the sea, by the promenade every day, just stop by to have a coffee, go to a restaurant pretty much every day. In Spain, with 15 euros per person, you can have a menú del día, menu of the day. This is a close price for starter, main course, and the drinks. Just a very, very affordable price. And at the end of the day, it's more relaxed lifestyle with not so much pressure of hard work, some money. It can go a little bit against you, to be honest, because the Spanish people are, especially in the south of Spain, we are not known for being hard workers. We have the siesta tradition, the mañana tradition. But if you want the relaxed lifestyle, probably this could be a place for you where you don't have that stress of hard work and hustling or bustling. So that being said, if we understood a little bit more or less, I have more videos in my YouTube channel that I explain each of these locations. I have videos about Fongirola, videos about Marbella, videos about Estepona that you can investigate deeper. But in this video, what I'm trying to do is like why to work with the local expert like me. What I do normally with the buyers in the first online meeting is explain to them more or less why should I buy in this place of the world. So ideally, normally the people who buy in Costa del Sol is because they want to travel around Europe. From the Malaga airport, we are 2 hours flight to London. We have direct flights pretty much every day to London Heathrow. We have direct flights to Rome, direct flights to Paris, and pretty much all the European capitals very well connected. And within Spain, we have high-speed trains to go to Madrid, to go to Barcelona, to the north of Spain, to get to know the whole coast. You can sail in the ferry from Valencia to the Mallorca or the Ibiza islands. These are beautiful, beautiful thing to do. If you love to travel, definitely being in Spain is a must. Spain is the most touristic country of the world. There are a lot of cities to discover, like Cordoba, Seville, and we are like driving distance from the Costa del Sol very easily, and within the train is probably a good idea. So to have a spot in Spain to travel around Europe also give you the chance to go to Africa, because there is a ferry in Algeciras or in Tarifa that goes to Tangier, to Morocco. And from here you can also drive by car to Rabat or to explore the coast of the north of Africa. So that's a great activity. I love that, to go to the Sahara Desert, to spend the night in the tent, or to travel. If you like to travel, definitely Spain is a country which is very developed in tourism. We have the International Tourism Organization, the headquarters is in Madrid. So Spain is very developed, touristically speaking. And we did the coast as well. There's so much to do here. We normally, during the winter time, we do hiking in the mountains, we do boogie tours, we have the cultural tourism to explore the white Andalusian villages like Ronda, Setenil. And during the summertime, of course, we have all the water sports, the beach, the pools, the beach clubs. The main reason my buyers who are normally saying, no, I'm going to plan to be just a couple of weeks a year, they ended up spending as much as they can, because it's very fun to live on the Costa del Sol, to enjoy the good weather. The weather also affects a lot your lifestyle, because when you see it's sunny, even during the winter time, you want to jump on the boogie and go to play golf, or you want to go sailing because the sea, like today, I have beautiful sea views from my office. The sea is perfect today. So it's calling me to jump on a boat and go sailing, to spend the time with the family and to have some drinks by the sea. So in general, of course, the life is completely different when you're here, and there's so much to do that nobody wants to work, to be honest. Not my case, because I come from Madrid. I'm used to work hard, but definitely if you could have the chance to jump in a car with me, I will be happy to drive you around all the coast and to explore you this, or start with the online meeting to answer all your questions. That should be fine. Let's talk a little bit about what is interesting right now regarding properties. So regarding properties, I guess it depends when we talk about investing or relocating, or we talk about resales or new development. I would divide it in these two options: investing versus relocating. If you would like to invest in the Costa del Sol, definitely the best is to go for a new build. We have more than 300 new developments in Costa del Sol right now. Some of them are very interesting in prices. One of my favorite locations to invest right now is the Estepona area. Because of the government, the mayor of Estepona is very successful, is very on demand. They actually put it a big a price for him, and he liquidates all the debt of the city. He is also pro developments and pro construction. So we have all the big developers of Spain investing in this location. So it's always a good sign. Within the Estepona area, I especially like a project which is close to golf and close to the beach. This is a formula that works very well for investors, because during the high season, which is the summertime, the golf is too hot to play golf. And during the low season, when the beach is not that popular, then the golfers can go and play. So the accommodation and so the occupancy that you can have in rental properties is pretty high. And at the same time, the golf resorts are privately. You don't have all the restrictions we are having now for short-term rentals. So from the investment perspective, is a good idea. And in Valle Romano, which is very close to Estepona city, there's a project right now which is just released, the phase 2, and I really like it. It's called Eterna Homes. I have a client who invested, is right this building, and specifically this development is from Neinor Homes. It's actually the biggest developer of Spain. It's a massive company, it's in the stock market as well, and they come up with this project that surprised me a little bit. Normally Neinor builds small homes, but this one is pretty decent in size and qualities. It's frontline golf with nice sea views, and what I love about this specific project is that it's walking distance to the clubhouse. So in golf properties, we always talk about how far it is from the clubhouse, because the clubhouse is the place where all the golfers gather for a drink, where you can go to have some food, or basically do some social life. And Eterna is built right here, very close to the clubhouse. You can literally walk to get the caddy, the boogie, and start to play golf. And the course itself used to be promoted by Sergio Garcia himself. So within golfers is very popular. Pretty much every hole have nice views, which is really amazing. And it's one of the most popular golf courses in the Estepona area right now. So coming up with this project is amazing. When we look at the prices, we are talking about 2-bedroom apartments from 302,000. I'm pretty sure, because I know all the locations in the world, it's pretty much impossible to find an apartment of this size, frontline golf, for this price. It's just not possible. And in Spain, we can have a pretty decent apartment for this price right in front of the golf course with very nice views. It's just a great opportunity. That's what really Spain can offer, right? Pretty much affordable price, pretty much in good quality, because we have great construction companies. Neinor is one of the oldest developers we have in Costa del Sol, and for sure the biggest company. So within the European regulations, to have these guarantees is super important. That's one good one. I also find interesting within the Marbella area, there is a building called Albatros. So this is Nueva Andalusia. It's not that close to the beach, but it's a residential neighborhood. You see, some people always ask me, I want to walk to the shops, I want to walk to bars, to restaurants. So this place really give you the walking distance vibe, the city vibe, right? And in the Nueva Andalusia area, to be in Marbella municipality, to have the prices we are having in Albatros building is probably an interesting one. There you go. So the building is actually pretty modern. It's a Spanish developer, but normally they build first residential buildings, right? You need to understand that for Spanish people, we locals, we don't need that big terraces, but to see such a quality with the reception, to see a top on the top terrace on the roof of the building, we have this beautiful pool with sea views and the gym and all kinds of amenities. The prices for Marbella prices from 395, 2 bedroom, 465, 3 bedroom is a pretty good deal. I especially like these specific properties if you are willing to relocate, mainly because you have this city lifestyle within the Marbella Nueva Andalusia part, which is very demanded, and I think is one of the best options right now for what you get. If it's probably, if you want a bigger terrace or if you wanted to enjoy more the weather, maybe it's not that much for you because it have 13 square meter terrace, but for relocating and to integrate into the Spanish lifestyle, that could be a good option to be within the Marbella area for that budget. If you want a little bit, we talk about golf properties. This was a city kind of properties. Normally city properties are much smaller with the terrace. And let's talk about now something by the beach. One of my favorite projects, this luxurious residential project is called Nubai in Manilva area. It's also one of we also have a client there. It's a little bit more expensive in budget, but it's this kind of resort, luxury real estate, frontline beach. You can smell the waves and hear the waves from the terrace of your property. You have the pool right in front of the sun. That kind of properties in other parts of the world will cost you millions of euros to have this kind of real estate in that location. Nubai can give you for a pretty affordable price. 1.2 million is a pretty decent kind of real estate for the price. I have no doubt about it. And it's a good chance to jump in the project because right now we still have a lot of units available. The size is unbelievable how big they are, the properties. And we're talking about prices 1.2, 1.3, 2 million for the penthouses. In other locations of the world, like without going that far to Marbella area, be Frontline Beach, there's another project in that price range. Marbella has more or less prices like in the other regions of the world. But if we go to these luxury new developments we have in Marbella Uno, the apartment Frontline Beach costs about 7 million. So it's completely different price. But with Nubai, you can have it the same Frontline Beach from 1.2 million. So that's one of my favorites for Frontline Beach kind of luxury real estate. If you don't want to go that high in prices, no problem. We still have affordable luxury real estate. Some of the projects we promote the most within modern luxury real estate is in the Higuerón area. It's a location that I especially talk about it and promote it because of the chances from the investment perspective. I've been following the Higuerón resort since the COVID times, from the very beginning of the projects of Lomas. I have clients in pretty much all the projects of Higuerón, in Lomas 4, in Lomas 3, in Lomas 5 and 6. And this area is actually, if you will walk here, is so much going on here. So much going on. The investors, what they always look for is this kind of whole neighborhood under construction. Because when everything is clean, when everything is ready, brand new, beautiful, modern style from good developers and good builders, the jump in the price is crazy good. So in here, I recommend projects like, for example, Evoke. I have a specific video on my YouTube channel about Evoke as well. We also have two clients actually in Evoke residence. It's one of the most interesting right now. Truly believe so. It's going to be a crazy successful project because of the views, because of the location, because of the kind of real estate that you will get. So this is, for me, in my opinion, the most interesting right now in these three areas, like in the Estepona, in the Marbella, in the Mijas areas. So at the end of the day, the best way is to have a direct contact with me. Let's book an online meeting so I can answer all your questions and show you some properties for sale. If you need help as well to decide what's the best place to invest or what's the best location for you, we should definitely sit together and talk about it, all right? Right here in the description of these videos, you can find a link to go to my website and book an online meeting with me, or just go to santiagoyera.com and there you can find some ways to contact me. By then, see you in the next video.